If I asked you to name 4 birds native to the Midwest region of the United States, could you? Some easy ones are the rock pigeon, common nighthawk, wood duck, as well as the ringneck pheasant. Pheasants, like the ringneck, are decreasing in population in states like Iowa, Minnesota, and Nebraska. In some places, this is as much as 26% below the long-term average, says the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources. To preserve and revive the pheasant population, we must focus on that which is depleting them. They are losing their natural habitats to farmland, causing a major decrease when coupled with uneducated hunters participating in yearly pheasant hunting season, which lasts from October to January every year. The first step to the road to happier pheasants focuses on natural habitats. There are initiatives set in place to expand and protect the natural grasslands that pheasants live in. The State Acres for Wildlife Enhancement, or SAFE, projects do just that, with the Colorado Upland Bird Safe, Nebraska Upland Bird Safe, and Iowa Pheasant Safe. The USDA states these projects have reserved approximately 1.4 million acres nationwide for many different species. Another direction that the pheasants take brings us to the Bergeron Plan, Nebraska's multifaceted call to action for both the pheasants and those who hunt them. This plan includes ways to increase natural habitats, increase overall population, preserve hunting lands, and growing the pheasant hunting community. It may not sound like having pheasant hunters would help, but in fact, it's the pheasant hunters that help keep the numbers optimal for proper reproduction. Through this plan, Nebraska hopes to bring pheasant populations back up through funding to land preservation, habitat management, introducing pin-raised pheasants into the wild, regulating controlled shooting areas, or CSAs, and much more. Minnesota also has bills and plans in place to aid the full return of the pheasant. The 2012 version of the Farm Bill called for a reduced spending on Conservation Reserve Program, or CRP, and a cap of 24 million acres nationwide. The Farm Bill is due to be renewed in 2018, and many conservation groups are asking for enough funding to support 40 million acres of CRP, according to the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources. With all of these bills, plans, regulations, and reserves in place, it's a wonder we're still struggling with decreasing pheasant populations across the nation. Proper education about all aspects of pheasants, from what they are, where they live, and how to properly hunt them, is the first step to achieving our goal. What can you do to help? Bills like the Farm Bill in Minnesota are up for renewal in 2018, where conservationists are striving to expand its horizons, allowing for more assistance to these wonderful birds, as well as further education and focus put onto the SAFE programs in all states to assist farm owners in understanding their land and what they can do to preserve the natural habitats. But it doesn't end there. Proper hunters education like Nebraska suggested in the Bergeron Plan would vastly impact the way pheasants are hunted, again, allowing for the proper reproduction rates among the young birds. When voting comes up and you are eligible, remember to look into what you're voting for and always vote yes to preserve natural habitats, dedicated land reserves, and to keep funding for wildlife preservation. Without these beautiful creatures and many more, our states wouldn't be as naturally stunning as they are today.